This is your spoiler alert. Please be advised, major spoilers ahead. Again, this is your spoiler alert. Alright guys, welcome to your What If Wednesday, where I take the What If series and kind of just break it down for you. Yes, this one is Peggy Carter going to be Captain America. So with that being said, let's jump right into it. Right off the bat, we get basically the beginnings of the first Captain America movie. Steve Rogers is in this one. Peggy Carter is in this one. And we go through all of the basic stuff that we did in the beginning, except for we kind of jump ahead from all of the beginning of Steve Rogers up to where Steve Rogers is supposed to be getting juiced up. There is a moment in time where the variant of this timeline is Peggy gets asked by Steve if she wants to come and watch, and instead of saying no, I'll be over here in this little box, she says yes and comes down with him. That is the variant part of this timeline where we get into this what if. So in this very moment, everything changes pretty much from here. Kind of goes the same way, but different. So Peggy Carter is there with Steve. He's about to get juiced up, turn into Captain America, and then the spy blows up the bomb a little early, kills the scientist who invented the super serum, and doesn't get it this time. He runs away. Peggy picks up the formula, puts it in. We find out that Steve is been shot and he can no longer do this task of being in this thing and getting juiced up because he has a wound. They would have to put it in, they would have to fix it up, or he would permanently have this thing in him and might die. I guess that's what they're going with. So Peggy grabs the formula, pops it in the thing, and says, hey, use me. So they do. And then we get the same rundown that we had before. Oh, the scientist guy who made the formula is dead, therefore we do not have the formula, which doesn't make sense because, well, there should be some kind of paperwork with the bits and pieces of the formula spread out somewhere. And that didn't work out in the first Captain America, and it still doesn't work out now, but ignoring that little detail, Peggy gets juiced, turns into Captain Peggy. It would be basically Captain Britain or Captain UK, because she's not an American. So yes, she does have the the British flag on her front, just like Captain America has it kind of sprinkled out throughout his uniform as well. She does get juiced up, so she's a little bit taller, a little bit stronger, a bit more bulky, and everything kind of flows from there the same way. Steve is kind of upset because his friend Bucky hasn't been communicating with him anymore, just like in the first one. His battalion gets called out as being MIA, which is missing in action. So now we are looking to figure out what's going on with that. And instead of him going to this Hydra base that they find out, it is now Peggy. Peggy basically goes and does everything that Captain America did, except for during one of these missions, she stops a caravan from going forth, and she catches the Red Skull's assistant, who happens to have the Tesseract. And so she captures him, gets the Tesseract. At some point, Tony Stark's dad figures out, hey, I can use this. It's a giant battery, basically. So instead of using his knowledge to make the thing that powers Tony in the movie, he makes this. He just uses the Tesseract as a battery. So he gives Steve Rogers basically a first-gen Iron Man suit from the first Iron Man movie. So he gets to still be a part of the team, even though he got shot and is never really a soldier anyways. He at least gets to do something with Peggy in this Iron Man suit, basically. So going on from there, they go, there's a bunch of little scenes that are familiar from the other movie that are just basically Sharon Carter doing the same things that Captain America would do, including the jumping on the train thing, and instead of him falling like Bucky did, he gets blown up. They get to jump off the train as it blows up. He's in his Iron Man suit. Steve is in his Iron Man suit and doesn't get to jump off. He gets blown up and assumed is dead. He actually gets taken by Hydra in the suit, and they take the Tesseract. Okay, so as we know, the Tesseract is basically the Space Stone. So you can go from one place to another place, and we kind of figured that out throughout the series that it is the Space Stone. So Hydra uses the Space Stone to open up the wormhole and pull something out, and they pull out a Kraken. Steve Rogers is there. He's not dead because he was in the suit. They just take him out of the suit and say, hey, lock him up. So Sharon comes in to save Steve. They get the suit back, but the power supply, which is the Tesseract, is taken by Red Skull. Again, Red Skull opens it up, and just a bunch of tentacles come out. I think that what they were thinking is this is a Kraken. I think this was a Kraken, not really a Hydra. Hydras have heads, not tentacles, but he pulls in a tentacled beast for some reason, not really like more of a Kraken than it is a Hydra. Whatever. We'll ignore that little poof of and go forth. Somehow Steve is able to power his suit back up, help Sharon, and Sharon helps him push this thing back in, but she gets stuck in the Tesseract and goes to this other timeline, basically, because we open it up in what would have been the first Avengers movie. So instead of him freezing and all that, we get Red Skull gets captured way earlier, and Peggy gets sent to the future where Loki would have been when the Tesseract got used on our end. She pops up with a bunch of dead squid stuff and is now a part of the Avengers Initiative instead of Steve Rogers being frozen in ice and being a part of the Avengers Initiative. And that's pretty much where they end that story. Overall, I think it's a good episode. Is there a few weird bits? Yes. Is it kind of been there, done that? Sure, but it's kind of it is kind of interesting to see it from a different point of view. I'm not sure which one they're doing next because I didn't watch the preview trailer if there was one, but or the next time on. I don't typically watch those anyways, just because I don't care what the next episode is. I just kind of want to watch it when it happens. So I do know that one of them is going to be the Marvel Zombies, where everyone on Earth turns into a zombie and stuff happens. We do have some interesting stuff with the Watcher being the one who watches, and he's not just watching our timeline of the multiverse, he's watching every timeline of the multiverse, which means that every what if thing he's watching, because he's the Watcher. So I wish they could have used Stan Lee as that part, but sadly he's passed for about 2 years now. It would have been interesting to have him there, but the guy who voices him is doing a pretty good job. I know that there's one where T'Challa is going to basically be Star-Lord or something along those lines, and so it's basically everything is what if, and that's going to probably work out pretty well for them, because it's a new story every week. So if they hit on some and miss some, it's not a huge issue, because every week is something new. So with that being said, guys, thank you for watching this breakdown and review of What If, and we will see you guys Friday for, sadly, our last Bad Batch episode. If there is any other shows that you would like me to try and watch, let me know down in the descriptions. I will be doing What If Wednesdays for as long as this runs. I think it's I'm not sure, actually. I have to look it up. I'm assuming at least 6 episodes, if not more. So we will knock that out for you guys every Wednesday, and I will figure out what to do with my time on Friday when that comes along. So with that being said, thank you guys again for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't, well, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. That lets me know what you guys like. Hit the little subscribe button, because that helps the algorithm. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.